Hello and welcome to our medieval armor and weapons video. Today we'll be talking about the different types of weapons and armor and how they were used in combat.
Hello. During the medieval times, empires and tribes were consistently at war with one another. Their technology was very limited, and whenever a new weapon could be acquired, it would be considered a huge advantage. Over time, more complex and deadly weapons were developed.
Medieval weapons were mostly crafted from metal. The use of metal dramatically changed the amount and types of weapons available. These weapons were more reliable, accurate, and also were deadlier than prior weapons. Any thoughts? I have nothing else to say.
Another type of medieval weapon is the battle axe. Battle axes were weapons that were designed as single and double-handed battle axes. They were used as a close contact weapon in the early medieval period of the Middle Ages and could apply tremendous blows but could also be hurled as a projectile. Axes designed in warfare ranged from 1 to 6 pounds and were at a length up to 30 centimeters. Battle axes were an improvement from splitting axes due to the fact that battle axes were meant to cut through limbs and create devastating blows rather than cut wood.
Medieval swords were the primary weapons of the knights. Medieval swords changed as medieval warfare and armor changed. At the beginning of the Middle Ages, a double-edged slashing sword was used, but as time went by, it evolved into a stronger diamond-shaped sword that could thrust between the rings of chainmail more easily. The 13th century saw modifications of swords which could pierce a knight's armor. The names of the different medieval swords include broadsword, longsword, bastard sword, and great sword.
Greek fire was an advanced weapon in the Middle Ages. Greek fire was a violent combination of petroleum, oil, and other natural unknown products. It generated a highly flammable substance that burned on water was excruciatingly hot. Soldiers would turn to this as the enemy advanced closer and were trying to break down walls. The substance was used to create incendiary arrows but could also be blown through tubes at close range.
Oh, hello again. The crossbow and longbow were used during medieval times too. Consisting of a bow mounted on a stock that shot projectiles, often called bolts, was the crossbow. The medieval crossbow was called by many names, most of which were derived from the Greek word ballista. The crossbow gave a great advantage to whoever used it because it could be shot from a far range and was easy to reload. The longbow is a type of bow that is tall which allows the user to pull it back farther. Because the longbow can be made from a single piece of wood, it can be crafted relatively easily and quickly. Longbows were made more deadly than any other bow because they had further range, could reload faster, and were stronger. This weapon was one of the most significant developments during the 13th century.
Many siege weapons were used to destroy buildings and walls in medieval times. Here are some of the weapons that were used. A trebuchet is a siege weapon, somewhat like a catapult, that was used in the medieval ages either to smash giant walls or to throw objects over them. A mangonel was a type of catapult used in the medieval period to throw objects at a castle's wall. A ballistica was a siege weapon in the form of a large bow which shot heavy arrows and stones.
You stand my goalie and broke down my wall!
I enjoyed it too! And victory is mine!
This is what they used as a medieval weapon.
What, a BB gun?
No, a blunderbuss.
I challenge you to a duel.
Challenge accepted. What the?
Fire the catapult!